Yeah, you too, you too. What's the big old deal, man? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina boy. We back at it with another one. Oh man, I had to get to it, man, and push through it, man. What a what a weekend, man. Not even a weekend. What a night, man. I went to Snoop Dogg new movie premiere. 10 till midnight, man. Fire movie, man. Can't wait for it to drop. I'll be excited when y'all see it. Snoop Dogg doing his thing, man. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, though, man. Shout out to Dogg, man. Y'all know, man, it's Death Row, man. Let's go. All right, man. But anyway, let's get to the content. And before we get to the content, man, let's drop some of this game, right? Let me just say this. First of all, you got to realize there's a lot of people in your community, man, that's not clapping for you. You see what I'm saying? You hanging around people who want to see you fall. You know what I'm saying? And when you start getting some money out here, man, you know, you sliding around in that car, you know what I'm saying? Gold chains on, bankroll in your pocket, murder mommy, passenger princess, it offend them. And what most people don't understand is that every time they see you shine, they go hate on you. They want to remind you who you used to be. You see what I'm saying? Not who you are now. See, the problem is people don't never want to see the new you. They always want to see who you was, how you was, and when you was, just to make themselves feel like you ain't bigger, you ain't better, you just like them. But truth be told, man, we got 24 hours in a day, man. So if I can tell y'all anything, man, get out there and go get you some, bro. With that being said, let's get to the content. This is why Big U may not survive in federal prison, man. Let's get it. Let's go. All right. There we go.
Here's what nobody wants to admit. Most street gangs don't do homework on recruits. No background checks, no pressure tests, no understanding of who somebody was yesterday. If he looks tough, if he gets money, if he's loud, he's in. Meanwhile, law enforcement loves that because the easiest person to flip is the one who joined for the image, not the principal. Now, fast forward, that same guy gets jammed up, he's facing real time, and suddenly the loudest voice in the room becomes the most corroborated. But here's the part people miss. Once he starts talking, he doesn't just survive, he starts shaping the future. Who they focus on, who they build around, which direction the case goes.
The thing that be tripping me out is y'all boys steady be on here saying Big U is cooked. What you fail to understand is I'm not saying if dude guilty or not. I'm only pointing out flaws and inconsistencies with the case. But I can tell you this here, when the gavel does come down and if the verdict is guilty, most people think the story ends there. It does not. In the federal system, the sentence is only the beginning of a much longer conversation. One that happens between prosecutors, judges, and the Bureau of Prisons about exactly where a man of Eugene Henley, aka Big U stature, influence, and documented reach gets sent to serve that time. The question is not just how long, the question is where. And for a man the government has described as the most feared man in Los Angeles, the alleged architect of a fear-based criminal enterprise that stretched across the city and commanded loyalty through violence, that question has a very specific and very serious answer. Big U is not just a defendant in a RICO case. According to the government, he is the alleged leader of one of the most well-known and widely respected Crip sets in the history of Los Angeles, the Rolling 60s. The Rolling 60s are an institution, a set with reach, with history, with members and affiliates spread across the country and inside every level of the federal prison system right now. When Big U's name hits the federal intake system, it does not arrive as some unknown dude. It arrives as a name that commands a reaction before he ever walks onto a yard. A name that carries the kind of weight that does not shrink behind walls. It expands.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Now, before we talk about where Big U lands, let's establish something that a lot of people watching this case from the outside fundamentally don't understand. Federal prison and state prison are like night and day. They are not the same world, not even close. When you are in the state, you are around people from your state. All of y'all drink the same water. All of y'all know the same lingo. Some dudes might be from the city, some from the little country town part of that state. So it ain't nothing different. You're not learning nothing new. You're not being challenged by nothing unfamiliar. In the state, they don't even check paperwork. Nobody checking paperwork in the state because dudes don't give a fuck. So peep game. Everything territorial on the West Coast carries right into the state system the same way it exists on the street. California State Prison, the Serranos, the California Mexicans are racist and territorial. The Crips and Blood run the same territorial mentality. They run on a block. This is our table. This is our TV. You can't come over here. That mentality comes directly from the street. Grape Street, neighborhood, 18th Street, everything sectioned off the same way it is outside. Everybody a product of their environment. The dudes from the West Coast, they programming and catching fades, all of that shit. The federal system does not work like that at all. When you are in a USP, you are dealing with cultures, different religions, different races, people from all over the world, dudes from Brooklyn, dudes from the DMV, dudes from Louisiana, Texas, Florida, Carolina, Mississippi, dudes from Chicago, Minnesota, Indianapolis. People who do not know your hood, do not care about your hood, and do not give a fuck about who you were and where you from. None of that. Period. They want to know who's around them. They want to see your paperwork. That is a completely different reality than anything the state system prepares you for. In the federal system, the politics run through calls, and the call structure is not simple. It shifts depending on what facility you are in and what part of the country that facility sits in. So let's just say you're not on the east or west coast. Down south, there's no unified south call. Louisiana is going to be Louisiana. Texas is going to be Texas. Florida going to be Florida. Carolina going to be Carolina. Mississippi going to be Mississippi. Sometimes Mississippi runs with Louisiana. DC going to be the DMV. Baltimore.
Yeah, Mississippi. Go mouth, shut your mouth and shut your motherfucking ass. He crossed the line, boss. Yeah, man. Hey, it's the modern day slavery, man. When we think about this, man, I remember growing up, we used to say, man, we don't even wish prison on our enemies. You understand me? That's how crazy the game is, man. And it's just bad because, you know, in federal prison, you know, they got to see that paperwork, bro. They got to see that paperwork. Yes, sir. It's a major situation. So, you know, Big U want to face his accusers. You understand me? And, you know, I honestly, you know, think that if he find out that the same niggas that he entrusted is telling on him and he looking at the most time, he don't have no other hand but to start just laying down some information on them niggas too. If they get down on him, he go get down on them, bro. Don't ever put it past nobody. We're living in a modern society where everything is media, and it's fragile because, you know, the internet wins. You know, the internet is the judge and jury now, right? So, and not on the actual masses level, but, you know, on this meta level, right? I honestly feel like this. You know, we didn't see case study after case study. Niggas start telling on niggas because niggas start telling on them, right? Big U was looking at 600 years, gang. You think he's just gonna take 600 years and on a chin, nigga, and walk away? He was already done with this shit. You see what I'm saying? The game never let him evolve to be what he wanted to be. So he stayed that. He stayed in character because of greed, because of money. You see what I'm saying? If a nigga giving nigga some money, man, shit, a nigga stay in character, you know. But I gotta realize, man, when it comes to the streets, man, I think everybody is playing a character because why? Most of y'all hang around niggas who only clapping for you to see you fall. Some of you niggas know niggas don't fuck with you like that, and you still staying in their face. You know what I'm saying? Most people never want to accept you for who you are. They always want to see you for who you was. You know what I'm saying? And what you was at 17, 18, 19, that was the younger version of you. How many young gangsters out there that still portraying to be the same young nigga that they was when they had their big name? Oh, that nigga when in his prime, he was knocking shit out, punching on shit. A lot of people stay in that character. They don't want to grow up. When you get older, you get in your late 30s and your 40s, man, you know shit, nigga. Try to jump off the porch, jump off some stairs, off the 10th stair, flat on the concrete. You go into the hospital, nigga, that ankle gonna be hurting. Some gonna, oh, I feel something. Yeah, nigga, you gonna feel that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, looking at Big U, he don't got that much time, man. The average black man don't make it past 80, bro. 600 years, it's no way he would never come home. He would die behind bars. You see what I'm saying? Unless he got an ace in the hole. And that ace in the hole is getting, I'm pretty sure if niggas is out here telling on Big U, just imagine all the dirt Big U got on these niggas, right? Because a lot of niggas, when you got somebody like that, that statue, these niggas will go ahead and confess their crimes and they dirt, tell you what they did. So you know what I'm saying? You can, you know, get validation from somebody like him. And a lot of you men out here seek validation from men. That's all this shit come from. So I honestly believe Big U, if niggas get down on Big U, which we know they getting down on him, he might just do the same. Let's go. Shout out to the 133 people in the live, man. Let's get them likes up. Let's go.
Maryland, they all rocking together. The East Coast, New York, and all of them, that's its own call. Then you have the Crips with their own call, the Bloods with their own call. And even within those calls, it gets more layered. Here you are somewhere in the South. You might have East Coast Bloods as the majority because you got a lot of dudes from Carolina claiming blood. They on blood time hard. Then you might have one or two West Coast blood who think they the shot caller because they're from Cali. They be on that shit like that. And you on the West Coast, California blood's gonna feel like it's them because they don't see nothing outside of Cali as real members. It's gonna be California bloods, California Crips. There's a West Coast called too, Bay Area, Oakland, Sacramento, and the Crips aid them in the system if they need anything. The Midwest has calls too. GDs and vice lords might have their own call. The structure is deep and it varies by institution. Let's talk about what separates each level of the federal system from the one below it, because where you land inside that spectrum is everything. At the bottom sits federal camps, minimum security, non-violent population, white-collar cases, first-time low-level offenders, talking about appeals and halfway house dates. Above camps are the low and medium security federal correctional institutions. Now, some mediums are ran like pens, but they are not pens. A medium might run like a pen when it sits on a complex with a USP, because a lot of dudes with life sentences are being housed up there. So let's just say you got a life sentence and you did 10 years on clear conduct. You might have an opportunity to go to a medium, but you cannot go to a low. To go to a low, you have to be under 20 years. That's how the point system works, homie. But here's the thing about mediums and lows. When you get down to those levels, everything get watered down. Nobody is standing on principles no more. Nobody is checking paperwork. Nobody is participating in paperwork. And a lot of dudes be housing their homies, knowing their homies is hot, and they don't say nothing. Once they get to the mediums, everybody calling dudes rats, but they won't show no paperwork. They won't stand on it. In the mediums, they barely do stabbings. They fighting in the mediums. In the penitentiary, ain't no fighting. They in there stabbing. That tells you everything you need to know about the difference in the level of seriousness between those two environments. When you get down to the lows, it's a completely different world. Chomos, sex offenders, dudes who are messing with kids, they all over the lows, rats all over. They full on, and nobody standing for nothing. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Nobody standing on principle. Nobody enforcing nothing. Then there is the United States Penitentiary, the USP, and this is a completely different planet. The USPs will humble you. In the pen, your custody level is high because of your history, capital offense cases in state, the length of your time, the nature of your charge. All of that jacks you up into high security. And once you are in high security, they cannot get dudes to turn themselves in. Nobody turning themselves in, homie. If they got to turn themselves in, nah, dudes ain't doing that shit, bruh. It's more structured, more respect. Everything in the USP is about respect. It teaches you to say excuse me, to say pardon me, I appreciate it, shit like that. The smallest things carry the most value at the higher custody level. This is how real it is up there. Smaller the thing, the more weight it carries. When you land on the USP, y'all, you are immediately a question mark to everyone around you. Unwritten rules are the only rules that matter, and they are enforced with a consistency. The warden's rules but could never replicate. Your paperwork.
Yeah, that's right. When you go to them USPs, man, nigga, they can ship your ass all the way to Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what? Nigga, you a prisoner of the state. That'd be fucked up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck around and get all that time and shit, and they start moving that nigga to Wichita, Kansas, and all that shit, nigga. Some small hillbilly ass town where everybody bigger than him. That's some fucked up shit, nigga. In there, hey, you gonna eat that cornbread? Nah, motherfucker, you can't eat that cornbread because if you do, it's gonna be a killing spree part 2. It's like, man, it's cool. You can have it. I want you to have it. Fuck around and get punched on up in there, man. Hey, like I said, man, stop going around people that only want to see you fall, bro. Stop hanging around nigga. Nigga got one time to show you, man, that you know he don't got your best of interest, man. I'm trying to penetrate that through somebody's heart, gang. Because when we look at the streets, I promise you, niggas go around people that don't even fuck with them. A lot of y'all is wasting some of y'all best years trying to prove to niggas that, you know, whatever a nigga say or do to you don't affect you and you still could come out shining. Man, if a nigga ain't trying to clap for you when you win, gang, stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is, you got to realize, and it goes for your family sometimes. Even your family don't want to see the new you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna always see the old you. Everything you did wrong, every time you done made a mistake, every fight that you lost, they're gonna always utilize shit like that to identify who you is. They don't want to accept the new you. They only want to see, they're gonna make you feel like the nigga that you was when you was that. They never gonna let you grow. So you gotta know, man. And when and coming in these streets, bro, you know, you're not that same 17-year-old little boy no more. You're not that 21-year-old nigga that will get out there and just crash out and take life chances. Y'all got to realize they throwing big ass fucking numbers out there. If a nigga ain't scared of 600 years, then I don't know what to tell you niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to be in a motherfucking kennel and in a bathroom with a nigga dropping chili out in a motherfucking toilet, blowing up your motherfucking cell and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga breath stinking. You got to worry about niggas beating they fucking meat in here. Nigga, what, smell like fish in here, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? All that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, that ain't the way. That ain't the life, man. And some of you niggas think, oh, it's cool, nigga. I'm going to go give me a cell phone and I'm going to start a YouTube channel. That's not going to be there for long, gang. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I ain't never seen no nigga in the feds, nigga, do YouTube now. Maybe in prison, but I ain't never seen no nigga in a federal penitentiary, nigga, on a cell phone doing YouTube, gang. Real shit. So, you know, make sure y'all get them likes up, man. We got 154 people in here. Let's get it out there, man. Y'all know my mission. Y'all know my goal, man. Let's get it out there to these YNs. And yeah, let's get back to this content, dog. Shout out to all the real ones in the congregation today. Let's go.
It matters the moment you arrive on a USP yard. That information travels faster than you walk. And Sleep is not what most people understand it to be in maximum security. The only time dudes really rest is when the institution goes on lockdown and the threat level temporarily drops. Always on point, always tension, always on edge. Because if something pops off, you have to be ready without warning, without preparation. Hide inside a federal penitentiary or with guns or on the street. Everybody has one. And calling the man a rat on the USP yard without paperwork to back the accusation is not a mistake. You survive. You cannot let that come out your mouth not one time without everything in black and white to stand on it. If it comes out and you don't have the proof.
Yeah, hey, nigga, you wasn't dead, motherfucker. Nigga, get out here and start calling a nigga. Yeah, that nigga telling. Hey, and I heard about them stories, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been on USP or none of that shit. Y'all can keep all that shit, but yeah, that's serious when you dealing with them with them USP yards and shit. Nigga allegedly put out somebody telling and shit without hard proof. And see, this is the thing, right? With this new wave of media, all the motherfucker gotta do is get on here and say that shit, man. And it's just gonna attract motherfucking flies. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because at the end of the day, the internet don't give a fuck about nobody, bro. It don't care about nobody. You know what I'm saying? Once you put a nigga name out there and put out an allegation, if it sounds good, people gonna go with it because it's just content. People are looking at it from a number perspective. But you know, how old is Big U? Big U 60-some years old, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't whoop them all. He can't. Matter of fact, I've never even heard him say he lost the fight. You see what I'm saying? Hey, every dog got his day, man. So, you know, at that age, man, nigga don't want to be on them yards and shit. You got all the motherfucking young niggas out there and shit. Hell yeah, nigga out there doing 200 push-ups and running around the track, running 3 or 4 times and shit. Then here nigga don't think he motherfucking bad and shit. Man, I know that kung fu, nigga. Hell yeah. Hey, nigga, Chuck Norris, nigga. Yeah. All right, nigga, catch one of them legs and boom, bop, boom. Go to sleep, old man. Let's go.
There's going to be consequences behind it. You heard me? Because in the USP, you better be able to produce what you claim. Nobody accepting your word without documentation. And them dudes that be taking them hot ass plea deals or their co-defendants going to trial, if somebody gets in their law library and sees that, it's the same as being a rat. Dudes try to show their docket sheets because they know plea negotiations don't show up on the paperwork. And when somebody does the research and find what they find, that's treated the same way, homie. No different. In the USP, when the shot caller or whoever the voice is speaks, that is what the whole court does. That is the structure of it. If they say we going on a hunger strike, don't nobody take them fucking trays. Don't nobody take that food. When they lock you down, don't nobody accept the food. And if you take that food, your homie gonna kill you because you bucking the call. That is what structure means at that level. That is what it means to be in a real penitentiary. Now here is with Big U's situation becomes something else entirely. Big U has a lot of influence. He has to hope they don't send him to ADX because if he blows trial, they just might send him there. But if he goes to a USP, the Crips are going to salute him at the USP. He's going to be like God to them dudes in prison. Big U is going to go straight to their yard and have that shit on lock just like that. That's how they rocking in USPs. But if he goes to ADX, whole different ball game. 23 hours per day in a cell. Inmates are kept in solitary confinement about 22 to 23 hours a day, 1 hour out of cell. That's if them shit's allowed. They may get 1 hour for exercise or a phone call, usually alone and under restraint. Timing varies. The 1 hour can happen at any time, day or night. It's not on a fixed schedule, homie. There's no standard schedule like most prisons. Movement is tightly controlled and individualized. Many prisoners in ADX experience with effectively permanent lockdown conditions. This is the natural consequences of who Big U is and what the Rolling 60s represent to the Crip culture operating inside those federal institutions. The respect travels with them. The difference travels with them. The organizational weight travels with them. Once Big U learn how them boys moving in the feds now, once he gets that understanding, there's not a yard in the federal system that is going to receive him as anything other than what he is. That is precisely why the Bureau of Prisons may not give him a yard at all. That classification process has one address at the top. ADX Florence, Colorado, the administrative maximum facility, the most restrictive federal prison in the United States. ADX is not a more intense version of a USP. It is a different category of confinement entirely. 23 hours a day in a cell, severely limited human contact, no general population, no yard, no car politics to navigate because there is no yard. The Bureau of Prisons does.
Damn, nigga, hey, bro, man, let me tell you. That's like putting a kid in timeout. Get your motherfucking ass in the corner and don't shut up. Motherfucker. Remember when niggas was kids and shit talking about, Mom, can I have some drink? I'm thirsty. Hell no. Yeah, but nah, man. That's some shit, bro. Just 23-hour lockdown a day. You know what I'm saying? No communication with nobody else, bro. I don't care how tough you is. The average gangbanger, man, nigga don't do this shit for women. Niggas do this gangster shit for validation from other men. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is not out there, oh, I'm out here gangbanging for the bitches. No, they not. Because half these niggas got some doodle mamas from their hoods and shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, all that barely wipe their ass and shit. She out there 3, 4, 5 days in the same jeans, wearing the same panties and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to give me some baby wipes and shit. Yeah. You ain't out here for what we out here for. You know, but nah, there's some real street girls out there. But it's the thing, you lock somebody down, nigga, 23 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? No communication with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You say, for instance, you was never educated. You didn't take the time to read. Man, you give a nigga 4, 5 months like that, eventually, even you're mentally strong, it could break you. It could literally break you. You see what I'm saying? And nigga said it's time to reflect. Like, damn, nigga, I did all of this shit to get locked in a fucking kennel, nigga, to talk to myself. Yeah, nigga. Shit, yeah, nigga, that's crazy work, bro. I think that will break a lot of men, not all men, but it will break a lot. You see what I'm saying? Because nigga, you gotta reflect on your life. Like, damn, nigga, what was I really doing all of this shit for? You see what I'm saying? What did I accomplish from this shit? In society, man, we sit back and we praise this shit like, yeah, that nigga a real nigga, man. That nigga been killing niggas, shooting niggas, and nigga, you had to live with somebody. How you paying rent? You know what I'm saying? How you paying them bills? This shit be hard out here, nigga. Boy, let me tell you something, man. That's how I know a lot of niggas don't be independent, man. Because you would think a lot of niggas like, nigga, I feel you, nigga. Because, you know, some of y'all niggas is, you know, you got to realize what a man's job is. A man's job is to provide for a woman and provide for himself. You know how hard that shit, like, nigga, you gotta be a real grounded 7-day-a-week type nigga, because nigga, you providing, you know what I'm saying, for that woman and also providing for yourself, making sure everything straight. Come on, nigga, that's a lot of work. Nigga, I don't got time to be running around here, nigga. You know what I'm saying, trying to play Superman and shit. Just some niggas who can't even bail his ass out of jail, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you hang around niggas who only want to see you fall? And if you winning, you better believe, nigga, if you really winning on this black top, nigga, and you the only one winning from your section, it's damn near impossible for some motherfuckers to all love you. How could everybody love you and you the only one winning? You see what I'm saying? It gotta be a way where a nigga find flaw in anything you do. The same niggas you watch ball and come up with, nigga that you was inspired by, and then they lose that shit, then you come up. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, you know, and stop talking about y'all finances too, man, in them streets, bro. Stop telling niggas how much licks you niggas be hitting, how much the lick was, and how much money you got, because the nigga sitting back like, damn, nigga, my stomach eating through my back, nigga. You sitting up here, nigga, talking about all this, nigga. You got some Neil Long money and shit, nigga. Nigga popping it. Oh, yeah, you know, I got that Neil Long money, nigga. Yeah, nigga, I'll buy a hit for one of you niggas, and, you know, talking greasy like that. Nigga, a nigga sitting back and a nigga learn you, bro. You see what I'm saying? And you know, I honestly feel like this. Big, you let Wack 100 learn him. You see, Wack 100 studied him. He looked at his flaws, his weaknesses. You see what I'm saying? And you got to be careful, because you could be a macho nigga, but it'll be a nigga that could come and just outthink you. You know what I'm saying? Put you in a whole little twist. You thinking because you could beat him up that you can't lose. You know what I'm saying? A nigga will play you with this right here, man. It's 60% mental, 40% physical. Y'all got to make sure y'all pay attention to that, man. Let's go.
Not send a man to ADX to punish him harder than a USP. They send him there because his power does not diminish behind walls. It grows. And ADX is the only environment in the federal system designed to contain that by removing conditions under which it operates. The government's own filing describes Big U's enterprise of one whose existence relies and thrives on fear of violence, where perception is paramount. They documented through wiretaps the way his associates spoke about his reach, the violence, and the ability to command. Bureau of Prisons reads that filing, identifies the risk profile, assesses the institutional threat, and makes a determination about where that profile can be housed without turning the federal facility into an extension of the enterprise they just spent years trying to dismantle. ADX Florence may be exactly where the next chapter begins. A cell in Florence, Colorado.
All right, hold on. We got some more content. Let me see. Where is it at? Yes, sir.
Y'all won't have no reason to try to justify and condone the bullshit that this nigga did, and motherfuckers like Big U continue to benefit financially. You think he really won't peace when you're doing gang intervention, and he gonna talk about, oh, I put all of these kids in college, congratulations. We not talking about that. The football program for the youth, that's cool. How many of them gonna make it to the NFL or at least to a college football program? Who knows? But it's gonna be a small percentage. And none of that justifies you working with the enemy. This is the official voice and reactions of anything Big U. I hope that a lot of them young dudes over there in the 6-0s who've been manipulated over the years by old niggas just like him. And I hope that a lot of young kids in the community don't get manipulated by his type. Because you're a cancer and poisonous to our community. You're going to mislead these kids to prison.
Assalamu alaikum, people. Ramadan Mubarak. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Somebody just sent me a video with the boy Bronco T on there talking, right? And I said, oh, okay. So I listened to it. And I said to myself, I said, do he know that Big U is in jail for RICO, right? And that the government narrative is to paint him out to be this violent individual, this individual that goes around making people do certain things that they don't want to do, pressuring people, extorting people, and things of that nature, right? So I was listening to it. He tried to say that he was there when me and Big U went to jail, or rather that I came on the block and came and got Big U. No, that's not what happened. But that's your story. That's your part of the story. And then he said, what else he said? He said that him and Big U pushed up on me. No, he said that I was started getting this money out of nowhere, bro, right? He said I started getting this money out of nowhere. BJ hooked me up with all these type of licks, and I started having all this money. So him and Big U pushed up on me and threatened me to take them on a leg. You said that, bro, not me. You said Big U and you threatened me to take you on a leg. Ain't that a form of extortion? Ain't that a form of peer pressure? You said that, bro, not me, right? And then he said that BJ tried to backdoor me. Nah, bro. You don't even know the case. And I'm sorry to say that's not what happened. And if you don't know, you don't know. I don't care. And then you said that since BJ, you said BJ hooked up the case. This is what your understanding is. You said BJ hooked up the case. So when me and Big U got to the pen, you said Big U put a hit out on me because he was in jail and he wasn't fucking with BJ. You said Big U put a hit out on me. This is what I be talking about, brothers and sisters, about these dudes being elf troops, these dudes being boys, and these dudes be so emotional to the point where they don't even think. They have so much love for this boy Big U that their reason, they emotions override their reason and logic. They just painted a picture of Big U being this enforcer, being this individual that's personal individual, and that he's not even knowing, man. They telling you they watching everybody podcasts.
You know the sad part about this shit? I remember when Big U was talking about, he was worried about, getting that nonprofit, that money, what the city was giving him. I think they was giving him like $1 million. They gave Big U $1 million for his nonprofit organization. You see what I'm saying? Who did he split that with? How many people ate off that millions of dollars? You know what I'm saying? The cold part about it, when he went, he was like, which one of you suck ass niggas, from the neighborhood, nigga, go try to take my spot, because he seen niggas wanted his spot. You know what I'm saying? He seen that niggas wanted what he had. However he built that was his. But if you don't feed a dog, it's gonna turn on you, homie. You see what I'm saying? Usually the top dog in the hood is hated because he has to install fear in the ones that think they might challenge him. If you're a threat to him, he's going to have to do something that's, that's ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Make an example out of some of his own homies. You know what I'm saying? That's how I say, like, nigga, if it's all love, nigga, you ain't trying to hurt your homie, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of you niggas that fuck around and nigga body slamming. Look how they did Eric Holder. Eric Holder got they said nigga gave him brain damage. How you can't, nigga? Hey, look, bro. Nigga, give me brain damage. Oh, it's already over. Yeah, nigga. Nigga, what? Nigga kicked me in my brain? Nigga, what had me in a coma? And I'm supposed to you come around here like it's all good? All right, nigga, stop playing. The game is this, man. It's to outthink, outshine, and survive. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas, they get in their corner pocket, they play it cool. They really, you know what I'm saying? They try to wiggle around the politics, but the politics is gonna always come to you. The politics come when you start outshining niggas in your hood. You see what I'm saying? Better believe this shit, homie. You know, Big U nigga was ruthless. He started outshining. Well, they allegedly he always had money, but niggas ain't never heard of a nigga getting $1 million. You know what I'm saying, from the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, and what you got to do for that? You know what I'm saying? What report crime activity that happens to a BlackBerry, and that's it. You hire a couple niggas, you know what I'm saying, put them on the payroll, give them little crumbs and shit, you know what I'm saying, and nigga get it cracking like that. Come on, man. I remember one time he said, he said houses. They said he had, he owned $1 million houses. On top of that, nigga, that was enough. Nigga, you got your family, your son, nigga, in the NFL, nigga, you getting $1 million grants and shit. What's the point of still tying yourself to this shit, bro? I thought real niggas got in this shit to get out of it. I didn't know niggas got in this shit and said, nigga, I'm gonna risk it all. I'm gonna try to get rich in this shit and I'm gonna still stay in the same spot. And that's what happened, man. When you wait too long, man, you fuck around and get caught up. Let's go.
So this man got on this nationwide podcast and basically validated what the federal government is talking about. You basically got on the stand, bro, on your people, on your brother. You say he's your brother, and you got on the stand on this dude, right? This is why I don't care, man. And this is why I really don't care about what you guys think and what you guys say. And let's go a step further because we have Yuck Mouth. He's talking about, I have all these aliases, right? Okay. He said that I caught a case, a contractor's license case, a misdemeanor. So what? I paid a fine for it, got my license back, so what? And he also said that I have all these different type of aliases, right? And then he got to pulling up all these cases. He said I've been arrested 20 times. And then when he got to pulling up the cases, I screenshotted it. And I screen recorded it. So I already sent it to my lawyer. I screen recorded it. And it says 1996, 2001, 2005, 2007, 2000, et cetera, all these cases, bro, and these sealed cases during a time that I was locked up. See, these dudes are so stupid. I was locked up in 1991 to 2008. So if I have a twin out here, I don't know who that is, bro. See, the thing is, bro, these dudes, they try to paint a picture and a narrative because they boys in trouble, man. Nobody got Big U in trouble but himself, bro. He's the one that did whatever he did, and he pushed this type of narrative, and everybody know he pushed this narrative, and that's just what it is. Yeah. All right, what's going on, brother? You can think what you want to think, bro. Hey, Bronco T, bro. You wasn't even around us like that, bro. Because if you was around us, you'd know that Big U was getting bread with me, brother, way before we even got caught up, bro. And I'm not even gonna go into details, man. And if you was around us, brother, you know. And if you was in the penitentiary, bro, like all the rest of the brothers from the section, they know that boy Big U put a jacket on me, bro. That's exactly what he did. And if you read the case in its totality, you'll know he got out. But hey, it's here and there. This is my story. That's your story. If you want to be a part of our case, man, more than welcome. Once you go in there and do 13, 14, 15 years like we did, okay? If you want to be a part of that, you be a part of that, right? But you have to be careful, bro, because I'm going to tell you like this. I have information that you really don't want to hear, bro. And when I be telling you I have information, I be having it, bro. And I be sparing a lot of you brothers, man. You know, I have physical information, brother, about a lot of things. I'm just not talking. When I be talking, I be going by what the paperwork say or my own experience. You're mad. You're in your feelings about something you don't know nothing about, bro. If you got love for Big U, okay, alhamdulillah. I don't care about that, bro. I don't care about that. You don't know nothing about me like that, bro. You don't know me like that, bro. And you absolutely right about one thing, and I'm glad you said that. Because it cleared me. I was a nobody around there. I ain't did shit. I haven't slid on nobody. I ain't did nothing to nobody, and I thank you for that. Till next time, I'll keep. You be careful with what you're talking about, bro. You got this dude over here, man, and he don't have no good intentions for your homeboy, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: this individual brother got trampled by the section, the 60s, and then he got recruited by Big U. So that speaks volumes on who he is as a man. How you go against your brother against the individuals that trampled him off a yard? For the life of me, I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he understand that. He got recruited on a sense of promise. He didn't get recruited because he's on stiff on this and this and that. He got recruited, bro. I have all that information, bro. I just don't have time for it. But you, Shawnee Mac ain't never did nothing to you, bro. For you to sit there and talk about Shawnee Mac, bro. Shawnee Mac ain't never did nothing to you, bro. You sit there with a dude that don't nobody know from that section, and you talk about Shawnee Mac, bro. Shawnee Mac ain't did nothing to you, bro. He ain't never did nothing to you. You mad because Shawnee Mac talked to another individual? Have Shawnee Mac ever did something to you? No. Bro, you deep in the game and got the rules missing, bro. What you just had done, you just got to understand and testify that your boy Big U will pressure somebody, right? And he will put a hit on somebody. Imagine that.
Right, man. Nigga said he would put a hit on it. All of this is just dangerous, man. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. We will do one more late night tonight. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell so y'all know when I'm coming on, man. We back cracking. I just got back from Snoop Dogg movie premiere, man. It was lit. It was turned up. Shout out to everybody that attended. A lot of important people up in there, man. And it's always a treat when players meet. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Let's go.